You are listening to Breathe and Bounce.
Talking to myself and feeling old. Sometimes I'd like to quit. Nothing ever seems to fit. Hanging around, nothing to do but frown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. What I've got they used to call the blues. Nothing is really wrong. Feeling like I don't belong. Walking around some kind of lonely cloud. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Funny, but it seems I always wind up here with you. Nice to know somebody loves me. Funny, but it seems that it's the only thing to do. Run and find the one who loves me. What I feel is come and gone before. No need to talk it out. We know what it's all about. Hanging around, nothing to do but frown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me Funny, but it seems that it's the only thing to do. Run and find the one who loves me. What I feel is come and gone before. No need to talk it out. We know what it's all about. Hanging around, nothing to do but frown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Hanging around, nothing to do but frown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down.
This is Breathe and Bounce, and that pretty much is your staple depression song. That's the kind of song you listen to when you feel sad. That's the kind of song when you listen to, at least that's what society thinks. Society thinks that that's what depression is all about. Depression is just about feeling sad because of rainy days and Mondays. But I can tell you, and I can assure you, as someone that suffers from depression, it is much, much worse than that. It is like an albatross around your neck that weighs 150 to 200 pounds that you cannot release. You cannot get it off. It's one of the worst feelings on the face of earth, especially when you mingle that in with other behavioral disorders like bipolar and borderline and ADHD and PTSD, anything. It is horrible. And what I thought I would do today is I would take you on a trip on what a depressive episode actually is and how it feels. At least I will tell you what it feels like for me. It might be different for you. But if you really, really think about it, depression comes from usually some kind of regret in the past. It usually comes from someone hurting you. it usually comes from things like that. And sometimes it might just come like a breath and you don't see it coming and it just hits you. And that happened to me earlier today. I was just at the coffee shop drinking coffee, and then just 1 minute later, I just felt really depressed. And I don't know how that actually happened, but it did. And it's very, very difficult. So the first part of the depression, for me, is you enter in this battle, right? There's this battle between you, your thoughts, reality, and everything that's going on. And you're not present in what's happening at that moment because your brain has decided to take your attention and put it elsewhere. Maybe put it in the past. Maybe you did something really dumb in the past and people are not engaging with you as a result. Maybe you committed a crime and you can't get a job because you committed that crime. Maybe you were drinking, and because you got yourself really out of control, you're not allowed to drink anymore. Or maybe you got a DUI and you can't drive. And a lot of these things lead to depression, they lead to shame. And there is this battle, there's this internal battle when everything first starts, when that depressive episode first starts, where you know it's coming, and it gets you, and you don't know how to escape it. So at this point, you're kind of trapped, and you don't know exactly how to feel, what to do, and what your course of escape is.
I feel your presence amongst us. You cannot hide in the darkness. And you hear the rumble. And you hear the rumble that's calling. I know your soul is not tainted, even though you've been told so. Can you hear the rumble? Can you hear the rumble that's calling? I can feel the thunder that's breaking in your heart. I can see through the scars inside you. I can feel the thunder that's breaking in your heart. I can see through the scars inside you. A candle casting a faint glow. You and I see eye to eye. Can you hear the thunder? I can hear the thunder that's breaking. Now there is nothing between us. From now our merge is eternal. Can't you see that you're lost? Can't you see that you're lost without me? I can feel the thunder that's breaking in your heart. I can see through the stars inside you. I can feel the thunder that's breaking in your heart. I can see through the stars inside you.
It feels like a 20-pound weight is put on your chest and you cannot move it because you think that 20-pound weight is actually 200 pounds. And it could be something really simple. It could be something really easy. It could be something that can be taken care of really quickly. because all the people outside of you think they have the solution, and they think it's so easy. It's, oh, why don't you put your big boy pants on? Or turn that frown upside down. Yeah. But it's never that simple. It isn't, because you are processing, and your brain is that one thing that is beautiful, but that is demented, because that brain will throw thoughts in your viewpoint that you don't know if they're real or not, because you start getting involved in the ego, you start getting involved in your feelings, you start thinking about things that have happened to you in the past, and sometimes that depression actually becomes anger. You say things to people that are not necessarily true because of your self-spiraling. You're spiraling in this chaotic state where you don't know what's real and what's not. And you just tell the whole world just to stay away, keep away, because I don't know what's going on with me. I am falling fast, and I don't know how I'm going to get back up. And that's exactly how it feels. Falling fast and unable to get it together, unable to come to some kind of a rational, stable thought, because your sadness, that pain, that anger, something that happened to you in the past is ruling your life, and you don't know how to shake it off. So you tell everyone to keep away. You feel the anger, you feel the hurt, you feel everything as if it just happened. And then people that you don't even intend to hurt end up getting hurt because of your past pain, because of your past transgressions. And sometimes we don't know how to process that. We just go right into the danger zone. We go right into the worst possible place that we can be. And unfortunately, when we're in that place, it is so hard to get out because you're kind of locked in and your brain is keeping you there. Your brain is telling you that nothing is going to be okay, that every day in your life is going to suck from this moment on. Every day in your life is going to have problems, and the problems are bigger than other people's problems. And then you start to believe this. You start to believe all this nonsense that your brain is spewing you. And all you can do is just rage against the machine, rage against your friends, rage against your loved ones, rage against everyone. And those that are trying to help you, they don't understand. And it's too hard to explain. Because when you try to explain it, you find yourself getting more irritated and they are getting more confused. Every day is a dog day when you feel this way. So every day gets to be like that dog day. Every day just seems like it's never getting better. But the truth of the matter is then you start questioning yourself. You start questioning what's going on with you. You start thinking to yourself, am I broken? Am I ever going to be fixed? I don't have any friends. No one likes me. I don't even like myself. And it's like, oh my God. And then the rage comes back. Then the self-pity. And then it all comes bubbling up to the surface. And the problem is, you just want to drink something to get it to go away, but the liquid is too hot because you've set the water too hot. Everything just comes to you. Everything is like a big, giant whirlwind. And yeah, you feel depressed, but you're angry. You're angry because you just feel like you've been done wrong so many times in your life. You feel like you have failed so many times in your life, and you just feel like there's nothing to do, so then you do things. You start finding ways to cope with this sadness. You try to find ways to self-medicate, self-sabotage, and then you realize that the one person that you are hurting more in all of this is yourself. You went to the mat for somebody and they let you down. You went all the way to try to impress people and they let you down. You tried to be a nice guy and give everything that everyone wanted, but it wasn't enough. They wanted more. And you just keep climbing up that ladder only to have the rung break on you, so you fall a couple steps, but somehow you catch yourself on that ladder and you start climbing up again. And eventually all the rungs of that ladder are gone. So then you start doing the best next thing. You start turning to substances. You start turning to drugs and alcohol. You start turning to food. You start turning to porn. You start turning to anything that will help you get those dopamines going so you're not feeling this way anymore. But all you're doing is you don't realize that you are putting a Band-Aid on a problem that really needs a tourniquet. And then we find ourselves in a place of darkness and a place of despair. Because while we thought we were going up and we were releasing ourselves of that pain so we didn't have to feel it anymore, we didn't think that that pain would come right back. And then maybe we did something stupid because of it. Maybe we might have went a little bit too far.
I went too far when I was begging on my knees, begging for your arms, for you to hold around me. I went too far and kissed the ground beneath your feet, waiting for your love, waiting for eyes to meet, crying, give me some love, give me some love and hold me, give me some love and hold me tight. Oh, give me some love, give me some love and hold me, give me some love and hold me tight. Yeah. I went too far when I was begging on my knees, when I cut my hands so you could stand and watch me bleed. I went too far and kissed the ground beneath your feet, standing in my blood, it was a taste of bittersweet, crying, give me some love, give me some love and hold me, give me some love and hold me tight. Oh, give me some love, give me some love and hold me, give me some love and hold me tight. Why can't I turn on and walk away, go back in time? I had to turn on and walk away, I couldn't stay, I had to walk away. I'm left behind with an empty hole, and everything I am is gone. I try to reach for another soul so I can feel whole. Oh, give me some love. Oh, give me some love. Oh, give me some love. Give me some love and hold me. Give me some love and hold me tight. Oh, give me some love. Give me some love and hold me. Give me some love and hold me tight. Why can't I
And then that worthlessness sets in. That worthlessness that you don't feel like you should be alive anymore, that the world would be better off without you. That feeling of regret for all the decisions that you made. That feeling of regret when you think about how you reacted to certain things and how it made you sadder. That feeling about how you have done things to hurt people in the past. And you just don't know how to come back.
With Chew.
It's quite an experience to hold the hand of someone as they move from living to dead.
Final exit. The practicalities of self-deliverance. Final exit.
It doesn't have to be that way. Sure, when we're depressed, we think about it. We think about that self-deliverance to the land of the dead. We think about it. We cry over it. We sob. We get angry. We feel bad, feel shameful. But that doesn't mean it's the end. It's just round one. And that's the way you have to look at things like this, because if you don't look at it like that, you will surely fall. What do you do when you have the depression? When you go through that you just went through, that last 20 minutes? We're going to talk about that here in a little bit, here on Breathe and Bounce. For more info, breatheandbounce.com.
Today is a great day to begin again. Trust the process. Trust yourself. You're tuned in to Breathe and Bounce. Breathe and Bounce.
Don't remember where I was. I realized life was a game. More seriously I took things, the harder the rules became. I had no idea what it cost. My life passed before my eyes. I found out how little I accomplished all my plans tonight. So as you read this, know my friends, I'd love to stay with you all. Smile when you think of me. My body's gone, that's still alive. I know it will surely break, and my memories left with you. There's nothing more to say. Moving on is a simple thing. What it leaves behind is hard. You know the sleeping feel no more pain, and the living all is gone. A tout le monde, a tous mes amis, je vous aime, j'aime toi partir. These are the last words I'll ever speak, and they set me free.
I felt it necessary to drive the point home one final time before we start talking about prevention and coping and healing and all that stuff. If you feel bad, reach out, find someone, talk to somebody, get some help. If you know someone you love is suffering, try to talk to them. A lot of us aren't going to be very receptive to that, but it will mean more than you know. If you just sit there and you listen. You don't even have to talk. Don't give advice. Don't do nothing. Just listen. And just be ready to give that person a hug when they start letting everything out. Because that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So now you've let everything out and you've come to this decision. in your life where you're going to have to decide, do you want to move on or you want to quit? If you quit, there is no second chance. There are no third. There are no more chances. You're done. If you decide to quit. If you decide to end it, there is no getting up. You need to lay in bed and sleep in your bed for 2 to 3 days. It's better to do that than to give up. You don't just hurt yourself, you hurt all the people that love you. You hurt all the people that believe in you. You hurt all the people that really want to be there. And I've been in positions where it is so easy just to end it and to hurt yourself and call it a day. And at the time, we think that's the easy thing. But it's not. The solution is not simple. The solution is you have to feel it. You have to allow yourself to feel the pain, to feel all the suffering, to feel everything. You have to think of depression as a storm. And you can give that storm whatever name you want, whether it's just a rainstorm, whether it's a hurricane, whatever you want to call it. That's what you have to do. You just have to keep telling yourself one simple thing in life. You have to tell yourself all the time, every chance you get, it can't rain all the time.
We walk the narrow path beneath the smoking skies. Sometimes barely tell the difference between darkness and light. Do we have faith? In what we believe. The truest test is when we cannot see. I hear pounding feet in the streets below, and the women crying, and the children know that there's something wrong. It's hard to believe that love will prevail. Oh, it won't rain all the time. The sky won't fall forever. And though the night seems long, your tears won't fall forever. Oh, when I'm lonely, I lie awake at night, and I wish you were here.
So telling ourselves that it can't rain all the time, is that really going to make everything okay? For some, maybe yes. For some, maybe no. I can tell you that nothing is permanent until I am blue in the face, but if you do not believe it, it is hard to convince you. It is very hard to convince anyone who is depressed because their mind is in one spot. And that's why I say you kind of have to let them go. You just kind of have to let them talk. You have to let them tell you what their truth is, no matter how absurd, no matter how crazy it sounds to you, you let them let it all out. Because when they keep it in here, that's when disaster strikes. That's when things go wrong. That's when we start losing people. Mental health is a real thing. Mental illness is a real thing. And I know because I live it every day of my life. And I've seen others like me that have lived it every day of their life. And I've seen others leave this world because they didn't have anybody. They didn't have anyone to listen to them. They didn't have anyone to hug. They didn't have anyone to take care of them. To give them a home when they needed one. And when I say give them a home, I don't mean you let them live with you. I mean you just... Your home is your heart, and you give your heart to them. And you share the heart for that moment. So, if it can't rain all the time, the only thing you can do when it starts raining is you have to acknowledge it. You have to feel it. And then maybe if you get really lucky and you get really good at this kind of thing, you can start to dance in it. Run around in it. Kick the puddles. And maybe release all that sadness so you find joy eventually.
Now and forever, moments gone, time runs out, and then it hits you with pain. Things are great on the way out. Nobody's with you when you're on the way down. You got what you wish for. Is that what you really wanted? Yes, how I think of you. Yes, how I think of you all the way. Yeah. Well, it's day you will break, you are born, then you have to deal with the blame, the blame, the blame. Well, when it's raining in my house. Yeah, man, it's raining. It's raining in my house, my house, my house. When it's raining in my house. Yeah, man, it's raining in my house.
So dance in the rain. Learn how to. Takes a lot of practice. You're hearing this from someone who's been where you are at right now. You're hearing this from someone who has at times taken that unfortunate step. I've lived a life. Well, I've done a lot of things wrong. I've terrorized people, and I've hurt people. Some that are very close to me. And before all that happened, I didn't grow up in the best kind of circumstances. Sure, physically, I had everything I needed. I had food, I had clothing, I had water, I went to school. But the way I was treated when I was younger was horrible. And there was so many times when I was in school that I really just wanted to end things because I didn't think it would ever stop. And then eventually I got into partying and that lifestyle. And that took me to a dark place as well. It's kind of like I talked about earlier. Now, if you go too far, you may not be able to come back. And I almost did not come back a couple times. But eventually I did. And one special person helped bring me back. So many times when I was off the edge. And I'm telling you this because the thing you have to believe in your life more than anything is that you matter. And yeah, it might be something that's like in a bumper sticker with the 988 next to it. It might be something that is like a slogan. They put it in the hallways of schools thinking that that's going to do something. But just saying it doesn't do anything. You have to find a way to believe that you matter. And sometimes it takes years, decades. I'm in my late 40s, and I finally got to a point in my life where I started to believe that over the last year. I didn't give up because I don't give up. I don't quit. And I don't know why I don't quit. I just don't. People think I'm crazy because of it. I sometimes think I am too, but I don't care. Because it's not the dog in the fight, it's the fight in the dog. And this dog has been barking and scratching and crawling for quite a long time. And I don't consider myself a victim in any of my situations. I consider myself as someone who's learning and growing. and just trying to make sure I find the people that are the best to be around. That's what you got to do. You need to find a circle that keeps you going, that keeps you healthy. Just got to make sure you do all your requirements. You eat better, you sleep better. I'm doing really bad with the sleep lately. I'm not going to lie. And with the food, I could be doing better too. So, it's not a perfect thing. It's not from A to B. It goes on every day, and you learn how to get better. And maybe something you get better at, you let something else go that you did get better at. But it's noticing. It's noticing that depression. It's noticing how to sit through that feeling, allowing yourself to feel, and then letting that feel pass. But the biggest thing I can tell you is you have to believe in you. You have to know that nothing compares to you. And you have to just be able to take that in and believe that message all the time for the rest of your life.
It's been 7 hours and 50 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing, I said nothing can take away these blues, 'cause nothing compares to you. It's been so lonely without you here, like a bird without a song. Nothing can stop these lonely tears from falling. Tell me, baby, where did I go wrong?
Remember that there's only one you, and you are with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You never close unless you make that decision. Don't make that decision. Make the decision to stay here. Make the decision to live, to breathe, to find things to make your life more beautiful. Find things to give your life meaning. Find people that are going to root you on. Find people that are going to be close when you need them. Find those that will give you space when you need it because they understand what you're doing. But most of all, give yourself grace. Lots of grace. I'm told that all the time, that I need to give myself grace. And I'm learning how to, one day at a time. One moment at a time, one breath at a time. 988 is a true thing. If you are feeling alone, you should use it and you should call it because you will be able to get stuff out. You might get not the greatest person on the line once in a while. Just hang up and call back and you'll get someone else. Just take care of yourself because you mean so much to so many people and you probably don't even know it. But most of all, find a way to fall in love with yourself because that's what it's going to take for you to not walk off that bridge, for you not to put that final chapter in the story on your own. That's what it's going to take. I love you. I care about you. I want you to have a nice life. And I want you to take care of yourself. So if you ever need to talk, please find me and I'll be there. And I will do the best I can. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May your breath take you places that your mind cannot. Thank you for listening. Take care of yourself. Namaste.